laughing at me? You laughing? All right, here we go. Hey guys, this is your girl TamCam of the TamCam Show. And I have a special guest today, my homeboy, my friend, my talented friend, I should say, Troy Rhythum Hicks. Give it up for him. That's right, guys. He's here today to talk about his new short feature, his second short feature, I should say, Rest Area, that has been featured all across the country, right?
That's right. That's right. Everywhere.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and, what are you working on? What's the project you're working on right now?
You already said, well, I'm a producer, a writer, director, singer, the kind of artsy guy, I guess you can call me that. Right now, I'm currently, my film Rest Area is being showcased in a lot of the festivals across the world right now. So I'm pretty amped about that, and so it's going to be in a bunch of festivals throughout the rest of the year. So we're amped. My team is amped. I'm currently writing 2 other films, a feature and another short. So my feature film that I'm writing, this is my first full-length movie, of course. I'm so amped about that because the story is so different. Mm-hmm. I won't say the name just yet.
Okay.
But I will tell you what it's about.
Okay.
It's briefly. It's about a former porn star who's trying to become a real actor.
Oh.
So, So I'm really stoked about the story and what happens. So I can't wait for people to see this.
A lot of research is going into that, right? A porn star. How did you come up with that concept? Wait. First of all, is it a male or female?
It's a male.
Is a male?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is how I came up with it was I came up with the character first. Mm-hmm. I came up with the character for the film actually in, I guess like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Right? And I came up with this character name. And I put it in my notes on my phone. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have anything to go with it because originally my plan was just have that character in another one of my films.
Okay.
But then during the pandemic, right when the pandemic happened, mm-hmm. That's when I got the idea to make that character his own movie. And that's how I came with the concept for having a former porn star who wants to be a real actor.
Okay.
And so and some of the backstory is that he's a trained actor, mm-hmm. but he ended up getting after college or whatever, he ended up needing to take another kind of gig, and he ended up in that stuck in that world, in that porn world. But he's really a trained actor. So and a lot of people can relate to this on different scopes because no matter what they do, their direction might be one spot, but then they ended up doing something else to kind of for financial reasons.
Right. Yeah.
And get stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's So, and then the interesting thing about this story is that he has to really he's having a hard time, because he's so known. Mm-hmm. He's so known, and so if you're so known a certain thing, and you're trying to make a transition to something else, mm-hmm. people are gonna want to keep you at that.
Right.
They don't want to accept you for nothing change. So a lot of people can relate to that as well, because sometimes when you're in a certain lane, mm-hmm. they don't want to see you do anything else because they think, no, you just that.
Right.
Yeah. But so it kind of it gives the story itself um, it's just showing how you can triumph, over no matter what it is that you're doing. You can change paths, you can change, you can change directions, basically.
Right. Okay.
And
all right. I know this is a problem with a lot of artists. When they're known for one thing, it's hard to kind of break out the shell and to enter another genre or to be taken serious for other roles. How do one who wants to grow and diversify in their portfolio, how do they actually break out of that stereotype that people put them in or that typecast?
Well, I mean, you really have to just really decide first. You have to convince yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first thing. Because if you can't convince you, then you're not going to be able to convince anybody else either.
Okay.
So that's basically how it had to start.
Right.
You have to switch it. You have to learn to, now knowing that it's not going to be easy because you're sometimes people kind of like typecast you or whatever, or stereotype you, or just in one lane.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you have to make bold moves.
Right.
When you're already doing something different, you can't come out timid and and shy. You gotta go with it.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to make bold moves.
Right.
So otherwise, you're gonna look, this who this fool is,
Right.
So that's to me that's what I say, what you should do.
Oh, okay.
And then of course also too find someone else who is actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of convince them to believe in you too as well, because you need some help.
Right.
You're not going to be able to do it solo.
Right.
Especially making a change. Especially.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you have to be bold.
Yeah.
In whatever moves you do. And you can't be afraid to take a risk.
Okay. Do you have a name for it? You still don't want to say what the name's going to be?
I do have a name for it.
You do?
But I don't want to.
You don't want to put it out there? Oh, hey, I respect that, Yeah, keep it to yourself. Yeah. A little mystery is good. So let's talk about your current film. Right now, Rest Area is winning awards for best short film, right?
Yeah.
Because every time I go on Facebook, it seems like it keep winning awards left and right across the board.
Yeah. We just recently won the Audience Choice Award in Canada at the International Black Diversity and Black Film Festival in Toronto.
Nice.
We just won that. We won before that. We won the Red Film Awards.
Mm-hmm.
We won my actress. She won Best Supporting Actress.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, gosh,
so many, right?
Oh,
so many.
You know what? Wait. Let me give myself some props. You know what I'm saying? I won Best Director.
Oh.
For one. I won Best Director.
Uh-huh.
And then for the LA Film Festival.
Okay.
My actress won Best. She won Best Actress. Star. Mia Hunt won Best Actress.
Okay.
And then another festival, we won Best Cast Ensemble for the whole entire cast.
Wow.
So all the actors won a group award together.
Uh-huh.
And then some more nominees.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of we were nominated a bunch more than that too, as well. So
okay. So you want to tell everyone what Rest Area is about, like without giving away the whole entire feature?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically, it's about a family of four. They're on their way to a family reunion, and there's some drama that pops off at the house between the mother and the daughter, and so they're able to kind of like put that aside for the sake of the trip. And so upon traveling to the Rest Area, when they get to the rest area, something's happened that changes their lives forever.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say.
And I have to say, I think I told you this already before. There's one favorite part of the movie, and the part that I'm going to show right now is not going to explain what the whole movie is about, but it is my favorite part. So take a look.
In the two, I've been out chasing the papers in middle school, dodging the cavalry law, yeah, they in the pool. If you a racist, I'll leave you like just cause you hustle don't make you a criminal. Fuck Donald Trump, I'm not getting political, but I see bullshit when it's in my visual vision work. Reaction chemical. Why the fuck you looking pitiful? Cause I got paper that.
So that was my very favorite part. I think I rewinded like 2 or 3 times just to look at it because her face was just hilarious. And what's her name? What's the young actress name?
Oh, her name is Heather Harris.
Heather Harris. Yeah. So big props.
Yeah, and you know what? The husband and wife, Mia and Lorenzo Hunt, they're husband and wife.
Oh, they're real husband and wife.
For real.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, yeah, and they're they're professional actors.
Nice.
And so is Heather. But that was her first. That was her first time working with me. And you know what? I will say, and you know what? Let me tell you what's exciting. And Chance Harden. That was like he's my nephew. Yeah.
Oh, so the little boy was.
That was
okay.
his first.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his first time ever. His first time ever acting ever. In anything.
Wow, he did really good.
Yeah, and so. Yeah, and so one thing that I'm really proud of, that I really feel good about, is that all these actors have won their first acting awards with me.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So none of them have won awards, but with me they won their first award. So yeah, so give it up to them, because it was them. I have to give credit to the actors,
right? Because
they really bring your story to life.
Right.
You can have a good story with good words and good dialogue and blah blah blah. But if the actors don't bring it, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so I was fortunate to have some really talented people, and we had a blast. Yeah, and we had fun making this, and of course we had some challenges.
Right. Yeah. You know what? And I can tell. I know what one of the challenges probably were when the mom was in a restroom and she was coming out and she was swatting the bee, and she stayed in character. I was like, "Yeah, are you serious?" Like that was just genius.
That was real. That was real.
I'm like, either she stayed in character or that bee was just perfect timing. Like you hired the bee.
Yeah, that was real. Yeah, I did. You know what? I had a bee man come in and drop some bees on that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that bee looked really like a trained actor. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now we had a really big technical problem too on the day we shot at the house.
Oh wait, a tentacle?
I had a technical issue.
Oh, okay.
With the camera.
Right.
Yeah. My camera I had a major problem. It wouldn't work. But the lens locked up. I couldn't control my iris. Yeah, I was on the phone with Black Magic for like hours. I had the computer out trying to update it. Yeah. Just doing the shoot. So we were down on one of my shoot days. We were down about 3 hours.
Wow,
or maybe even 4.
One of the things that people don't realize is that so many things can happen. I mean, even though a feature film can be 15, 30 minutes, like less than an hour, right? Is what a feature film is.
Well, or a
short film, I should say.
Features are, the shorts are normally listed as, depending on who you're dealing with or where it's from, 20 minutes less or 40 minutes less can be the short. But anything over that, over 40 or 45 minutes is considered a feature.
Okay.
But under that is a short, and then they have another category now for micro shorts, and the micro shorts they're like a minute.
So I can make a microfilm.
Yes, you can make a micro short, like a minute film. Yes, you can.
So
a minute and a half. Yeah.
Wow, you got me thinking now.
A micro short film.
Okay, I need to do something else. Oh.
Hey, listen. There, you can always use your creativity to do whatever it is that you do. So don't limit yourself, because I know personally firsthand how talented you are.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I got my pom pom in my hand. I'm cheerleading for you right now.
I appreciate that, T. You're awesome.
Yes.
So for any future filmmakers out there that want to do their own thing, and they have all these ideas, where should they start, or how should they start? I mean, what advice would you give them, I should say?
As far as filmmakers?
Yeah. What's the first thing a filmmaker should do if they have an idea and they want to bring an audience to it?
Okay. First find out what your role is going to be.
Okay.
Because like if you're a writer,
mm-hmm.
If you're a screenwriter, some screenwriters can't direct,
right,
and so you have to really decide. You have to find out what you want. But I'm gonna go back to filmmaker period.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if you're a filmmaker period, just really first start writing.
Right.
Write something, or find a writer and go shoot something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally that simple. Find a writer, go shoot something. Whether you grab some friends, go test. You have to test your plan out.
Right.
You can't just go in there blind. The first thing I'm gonna say is and then you try to find people who are willing to participate and just as hungry as you are.
Right.
They're just as hungry as you are. Collab.
Right.
Network. Don't be afraid to and don't be afraid to to fail.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing.
Exactly. Because everything's a learning experience. Yeah. How long did it take you to? How long did it take you to shoot the film?
We shot 2 days.
2 days. Wow.
2 days. Now, and because we shot like all day long.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
Yeah.
Well, I say all
like
day.
What's the start time?
The first day call time was 8:30.
Okay.
And we didn't end till probably about 9 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Second day, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't end till about 8:30, 9 at night.
Wow.
Same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How difficult? Go ahead.
Oh, but now see, because we also keep in mind that we had to actually do real traveling. We had to they were real
travel. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. That was my next question. Like, how difficult was it to shoot and travel, and how many takes was it?
With these actors I had, they were pretty on it. They were incredible to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because that's a lot of gas. So are you filling up their car, their tank every 2 hours?
Well, yeah. Well, because we had a for the actual shoot we had a rental vehicle. We had a vehicle that they were in. I used to rent that for the shoot.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we drove like an hour and a half away, whatever it is. It was over an hour and a half, almost hour and a half
mm-hmm.
to the rest area.
Mm-hmm.
So that was real. So all that stuff was, and then I shot some stuff on the way back. So we shot in two pieces, going there and then coming back.
Right.
To make sure we had everything we needed and stuff like that. So it of course, it can be challenges because now it's because it's cars on the road and people are driving. So it's not really ideal to do it like that. To be honest with you,
yeah,
not how we did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's we really was doing some guerrilla style shooting.
You actually mentioned Black Magic. Had I not met this other director not too long ago, and I asked him what his what kind of camera did he have? He said Black Magic, and I was like, what the heck is it, Black Magic? But Black Magic is a high tech video camera, right?
Yeah, it's the Black Magic
cinematography.
Well, I have the Black Magic Pocket Cinema. They had 4K, 6K, and 6K Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they're really cinema cameras.
Okay.
And they're affordable. They're like they're it's like you can get really good quality work out of them. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know what you're doing,
right?
Because I've seen a lot of people shoot with it. They don't look like it's supposed to, but they're great. For independent filmmakers that's trying to shoot some stuff on a budget. And you can produce some really great images with them. So as long as you pay attention to what you're doing,
right,
and don't rush,
right.
And this is one thing that I will tell filmmakers: don't rush your creative process.
Okay.
Because if you rush your creative process, you're gonna miss something.
What do you mean? Don't rush when you're in production.
Okay. Yeah. Like when you're in production, like don't be in such a hurry. And this is because this is a lot of times like, well, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, I didn't get this, and prepare. And don't just, for me, I don't just go out and shoot just like no. Everything that you saw is planned out.
Right.
Like it's planned out. I even go, like, I go do test shots, like days or weeks before. I go do test shots to see what it's going to look like. I have test subjects. I drive in the car. I have people I do scenes. I have a pretty good idea of what the plan of action is.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that, of course, sometimes you have to improvise. But I'm saying, if you start with a plan, then you're going to be okay. You're not just making stuff up as you go along, which is, it doesn't work for your story.
Right. Yeah.
So I tell people, really, if you you have to learn to plan. You have to learn to plan exactly what you're going to do, but at the same time, realize this is the most important thing. I think a filmmaker has to understand. You have to realize you have to know that sometimes even when you plan, right, you also have to plan for something for not to be right. You have to plan for art. You have to make plans. You have to have a backup plan.
Right.
Because this may not work. When you have a certain location for something, well, this will work. It looks good. This is great.
Right.
But when you get there, things don't always. When you start diving into, crap.
Yeah.
So you have to be.
You have to be ready to pivot and make adjustments. Yeah.
Quick, and you have to be able to do it quickly. You have to be able to do it quickly. You can't. Just not.
Can't overthink it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't overthink it. Hey, let's do it. Let's go.
Hello.
Because and that's also about success too. Whatever move you're gonna make it quick.
Exactly.
And when you're gonna cut people off, cut them off quick.
Yep. And that's good advice to end on right there. So, can you tell everybody where they can find you and maybe find the movie as well?
Well, the movie is Rest Area, but the movie won't be out until the festival run is complete.
Okay.
But you can find me on Instagram at Rhythm Boy Music, but that's a rhythm with a U, RHYTHUMBOYMUSIC. So and you can hit me on Facebook as well, Troy Rhythm Hicks, and I'll pop up on one of those, or Rhythm. You'll hit me. You can find me at all those, and Twitter. It's at Rhythm. So that's where you can find me.
Sweet.
As a matter of fact, and my, I'm shooting I'll be casting for a short film this fall.
Nice.
And that's going to be called The Wrong Choice.
The Wrong Choice?
Yeah, The Wrong Choice.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Troy, for coming on to the show. We really appreciate it. And when I say we, I mean me, because there's only me here. You've been great. Thanks for always inspiring me. Thank you for always checking up on me. And I wish nothing but the best for you, as I know you do for me as well. So, all right, guys. This is your girl, TamCam, with the TamCam Show. And we are out. Bye, Troy. Peace.